So let's try to create a release from our app. So we'll go action, create release, run the workflow, and say that the name of this release is 1.0. The tag is 1.0.0. The tag is really needs to be semver.org compatible, and can be used to create a release branch from that. We'll ask this one to create a release branch for us. The new version number will just add 1 to the minor version number throughout the repository, and I'll create a pull request so that I can see what it actually changes in the repository. Let's run this workflow and see that it creates a release branch and publishes our files as a release. Let's wait for the workflow to complete. We can see that the create release has completed. Let's look at the release. We have 3 artifacts that have been created: the test apps, the dependencies, and the apps. And we have a pull request which consists of the files that have been modified by the create release, and it looks like slightly more modifications than I would expect. So let's hide the white space. It's because the formatting of the JSON files have been changed, probably. First one here, there is a change in the install apps. The primary change here is that I just pasted a value in with ands, and the right JSON format is to encode these. So that'll happen. It doesn't change the value per se when you read the value, and in ALGO it will be the correct value, so that should still work. And the app JSON, you can see that it increases the minor version with 1, formats the screenshots, increase minor version. So I will accept this change. So my main branch now will be 1.1. And looking at the code, I'll have a release version 1. You can click at that and have a look what changed. This is a list of all the PRs and commits that were created in this release, automatically generated, and you can of course modify that to contain the files that were included in this release. You can also look at the code and see in branches we have a release branch of 1.0, and our main branch is now 1.1, and under actions we'll see that we have a new commit CI/CD workflow kicked off that will build the first version 1.1 of our app. So with that, the merge pull request is done, and let's see the artifacts of this one. It's now version 1.1, and if we look inside this one to see the actual apps compiled, then these are also version 1.1. So we successfully released version 1.0, and now we are working towards 1.1, and everything is updated on that one. So with that, that is how to create a release in ALGO for GitHub.